Hey family!
And welcome back to the Jacobsons. We miss you so much here on YouTube. We owe y'all so much content, and we know. But if y'all been following us elsewhere and watching our YouTube shorts, y'all know that God is blessing us, filling our cup. It's been overflowing, and it's been hard to take a breath.
It has been.
Honestly. But as you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to do a previous birth story and why we chose a doula this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess I'll start off.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say, is even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every seam. As days go by, it's the bigger love of the family.
Okay. So, so being pregnant was a joy the first time, honestly. Like at the beginning, like I was just like really tired, nauseous and stuff, but I didn't have like morning sickness really. I wasn't that, like, it wasn't horrible. Going into the second trimester, I met this guy and that was pretty helpful, and it was really nice. I did have like minor complications, but nothing like too much to worry about. And then the third trimester is when it hit. I was like, ooh, I need a little more help. Things are going on. I started noticing, like, so on Sundays we would always go get groceries together, and that was like our thing. And I'd be like crying walking through the grocery store. Who does that? So
Emotional people.
But I'm like, I'm like physically in pain. Like I cannot walk. My hands are turning red. My feet are turning red. I would take a bath at least twice a day. Same thing was happening after the bath. I'm itching, and I'm a person, I will admit this, I need a good itch or a massage before bed. So at first, like, we're not thinking anything of it, like, whatever. And then we go tell the doctors, and of course, they say what they tell all pregnant women. What is that?
Oh, that's normal.
Yeah, they're just like, it's normal. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then one day I got like really fed up. I remember I was at work and I was probably like 35 or 36 weeks at this point. And I was reporting then for the news. And I was like crying. And I was like, they just keep telling me this is normal, but I know it's not normal, but I know it's my first baby. So what do I know that's normal, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, you need to call the doctor back right now. And you need to demand to see the specialist. Now, I had already seen a specialist before, earlier in that pregnancy, because I have a blood disorder, so they just wanted to make sure that the baby was okay. So, I call back, and I'm like, this isn't normal. I want to see the specialist, make me an appointment. I went in that same day, right?
I don't recall if it was the same day.
Maybe the next. I think it was either the same day or like the day after.
Oh, it was shortly after. They were able to get her in pretty quick.
Right. So I go to this appointment and I'm telling her my symptoms, and within like 5 minutes she was like, based on this, based on that, and based on what you're telling me, you need to have this baby within 3 days or you're at risk of having a stillborn birth. And I was like, okay. Now I'm crying again. I'm on the phone with my aunt because my family is all the way in Ohio. I'm in North Dakota. We thought we had more time, but they were like, at 37 weeks you will be induced. So that was like the following. This was probably a Friday.
That was a Thursday.
A Thursday, because then I had the baby on a Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. And so yeah, they hooked me up to an NST test and decided like, yeah, you need to have the baby. So we go into labor, go get induced at like 7:30 in the morning. It was a lot to get there. Won't talk about that. It was a lot to get there, but mind you, I only lived 3 minutes away from the hospital. But let me quiet. We get in, we get settled in, we get checked in, and it just starts rolling. Like, sorry, my foot is asleep. It just kind of starts going. Like, they just start doing stuff. They start asking questions, you know, trying to do things like, not natural, but trying to help the baby come. But mind you, baby's not really ready at it. So then it gets to a point where it's like, okay, let's try medicine. And I'm like, oh, what kind? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then things start hurting because we're poking and prying more. Like, they put a balloon in me, guys. Like, so it was like a non-blown up balloon. But then once you put it in you, it blows up and blows up and blows up. And it like, sorry, my foot hurts. Can you talk? So
they put this balloon inside her, and that's to show them when she's fully dilated. Were you in the bath at the time? Well, the bath was her best friend during this time. That helped her through a whole lot of the pain that she was going through. I
think I could take a bath. They let me take a bath every 2 hours.
Yep. And yeah, then you know.
They just kept doing. I was on drugs every 2 hours. That's why I had to get out of the bath. So they gave me more drugs. Go back in the bath. Gave me more drugs. Go back into the bath. They can't give you the drugs in the bath. That's why I had to get out.
Right.
But like, I really didn't have a birth plan because I wasn't expecting to give at 37 weeks. But also, like, I didn't really have guidance out there. Like, didn't have anybody saying this is what you need to do or these are your options or anything like that. And we took like a few classes, but they really didn't talk about your plan. They talked about, okay, this is what's going to be available to you. And in the moment when people are like asking you all these questions and this is what we can give you, this is like, I don't know what to say. I'm in pain. Just help me. So I'm saying yes to everything. No one's really there as an advocate for me in a medical space. If that makes sense. My family's just there to make sure I'm comfortable, I'm not in pain. If I say I want the drugs, then my family's like, yeah, give her what she needs so she's not in pain. Everybody just was like, I don't want to see you in pain. So they were there for like a more biased perspective, I would say. And so I just kept taking everything. I did end up getting an epidural. And you guys might have saw this on my like TikTok where I talked about how the epidural really didn't work. We get it. And my whole left side is still, I feel over here. And the right side is numb. So eventually, like, nothing that they're doing is working. Even after the epidural, like, stuff just wasn't speeding up. So the nurse was like, I'll leave and you guys do what you want to do. Because they heard the conversation about castor oil. Which no medical professional is going to tell you to do it. But they were like, we'll leave. So, did the castor oil, baby came like 2 hours later. But mind you, that whole process that I just talked about was about 38 hours long. 38 hours. And I'm in a room with familiar faces, unfamiliar faces, and my loving boyfriend at the time. And just, it was a lot going on while all of this is happening. And so I was very emotional, I was very confused, and I was just kind of going with the flow, and I was high as a kite throughout it all. But baby finally comes, time to push. I'm like, I need to poop, and they're like, oh yeah, it's happening. So my doctor was at lunch with her daughter, or dinner with her daughter, dinner at the time. And then so we had to wait for her. I said, she ain't been here for the last 37 hours. Let's have this baby. Nope, have to wait for her. It's proper protocol, all the things. And the thing is, like, I'm mad at this doctor because I was telling you I had all of these problems and you just kept telling me that it was normal. Oh, backtrack. What I ended up having, guys, is called cholestasis, and it's typically found within the third trimester, and it puts you at very high risk of having a stillborn baby and other complications. So, like, you have to have your baby at full term, which is 37 weeks. Sorry, should have showed y'all that. But yeah, I'm mad at her because of a lot of things, and then I ended up finding out other things, and I'm like, I don't really like you. We don't have to wait for her. I felt, can we agree to that?
Yeah, we can 100% agree to that.
Yeah. So,
and we know that we're not the only ones who feel that same way about that particular doctor.
Again, like when I tell you I was finding stuff out, I was finding stuff out left and right. And like, I was like, so anyway, baby comes. Things were great after that. I couldn't use the bathroom for like hours. I was still numb down there. But I had pain on the left side. I had like a scar on the left side. Don't know where that came from. Like, that part was a little traumatic. I did have to end up getting like a catheter to help me use the bathroom because they won't let you leave the hospital if you can't pee on your own. And that was pretty much it. I just feel like when I say my labor experience was traumatizing, it's because I wasn't in a space where I was comfortable. I didn't feel like I had a birth plan. I was labored, or whatever you want to call it, by a doctor that I had beef with because I had a disease or whatever that she could have diagnosed way back, and I could have been more comfortable. And I wasn't in a state of mind where I was like at peace. All of those factors playing in is traumatizing to me. And that's what I mean when I say that. So this time around, we're like, we ain't doing that again. We're not going through that again. So we got a doula. Her name is Alasia.
Man, we like Alasia.
We love Alasia. She is the best. I found her actually on social media. I was going through people, and there was something about her, and like, she just seems about what she's talking about. Because anybody can be a doula, but like, I don't know, something about her like smile and stuff like that. Just like, it was giving holistic. It was giving like, she could be my big sister. So I was like, okay, I want her. Like, I want this girl. And she wore a lot of pink, and I really like pink. So I messaged her, and we met, and we clicked, and it's just been great. Like, I can call or text Alasia at 9 a.m. I can call or text her at 9 p.m. She's there for me with answers. She's not a medical professional, but she knows what she's talking about, and she's there to help me advocate for myself, which I've been doing very, very good with this pregnancy. I am showing signs of cholestasis again, but so far my tests have been looking good. We will see. But I have been advocating for myself, like, I need the test done. We need to monitor the baby. We're feeling decreased movement. I'm feeling this way. And, like, I feel annoying about it a lot of the times, and I tell you, like...
She does say, like,
yeah.
Do you think that they talk about us, or they talk about me after we leave? Like, oh my gosh, can this girl leave us alone? I reassure her, like, no, they don't. Yeah. This is their job. Like, I'm pretty certain that there's been plenty of pregnant women who have questions and questions and questions, and they just want that peace of mind. And I mean, you'd hope that people who work in the profession with pregnant women understand that pregnant women want to be as comfortable as possible. And if that means that they need to be in there each week to do these tests just to give them ease of mind, or just to talk to her, get some sort of checkup, yeah, I think they should be okay with that. But
yeah, so I was like very vocal with him about that, and feeling just like annoying to the staff and to Alasia, and she kind of ensured me the same thing, that even if they are annoyed with me, like, you'd rather be safe than sorry.
Right.
And she's just helping me really like stand strong on being an advocate for myself, which I'm really happy about. So now, like, we are doing testing every single week, twice a week, just like monitoring the baby and all the things, and I couldn't be happier. Like, yeah, it's annoying going to the doctor all the time, but at least I know like my baby's okay and that we're gonna be okay. I'm really excited because Alasia is like incorporating him into the birth a lot. So as far as how he can help me manage stress, how he can keep my endorphins up, like all the things that we should be eating, the things that we should be talking about, how we should be loving on each other, praying for each other throughout this whole process, not during just labor, is like, that's really exciting. She's also going to be a blessing to us after birth. She helps with like postpartum care and all of that. I did not have postpartum depression last time, but if that were to happen this time, I know that confident that she would be there for us, which is really exciting, and like it's just nurturing to hear. Both of us, my family lives closer, like we live closer now, but it's not, you have to call before you come. And same with his family, like you gotta call before you come. And our village will be here and stuff like that, but I want them to be able to focus on us, meeting the new baby and all that, and Alasia be there in the ways that they might not see or may not be able to, or just to be able to do what a doula does and be there for the mom. And I'm excited for someone to be there for me.
Yep, and I just want to point out something that Alasia is going to be doing for us during labor. So we went to a birthing plan with Alasia, and she has our birthing plan. And one of the things that she's going to be doing is advocating for, based on her birth plan, and even like reminding Adrian or reminding me, hey, this is what was planned. So, or like if, let's say that neither Adrian and I are in a state to speak with any of the doctors or anyone there, Alasia can speak to them on our behalf. Be like, no, this is not the plan that was put in place. If we need to stray from the plan, Adrian needs to say it herself.
Yeah, we have like a code word. Like if I'm screaming like I want an epidural or I want Benadryl or whatever, we have a code word that is like, okay, you're just saying this, or you say this word and forget the plan. This is what you actually want. So that's very comforting. I will say, like, if you're watching this and you're considering getting a doula or doing just midwives and nurses, because we are not doing a doctor this time, it's just midwives, nurses, and the doula. But it's at a birthing center that is with a hospital, so like everything's safe, so whatever.
Yes.
But if you are considering this, I definitely would say do your research. But also, especially Black women, if you're watching this, do the research again, but like just know the importance, especially where we lived, where we moved to, where we live now. The stakes are higher for Black women, as far as like infant death and death of mothers during labor. It's just, it is what it is in the area, and it's sad, but having the extra support, I think, and research shows, changes those numbers a little bit, and really does make a difference. So whether you're Black, white, whatever color, do the research of your ethnicity in your area. I'm pretty sure that would like really help. And just kind of like know what you want and advocate for what you want. Find what you want. Don't think it's out of your price range to get a doula. Don't think doula is, sorry, I'm fat.
She's not fat. She's pregnant.
I'm pregnant and I get out of breath when I talk. But like, don't think that doulas are for rich people or for people, I don't know, like don't think that it's out of your price range. They will work with you. Some insurances even cover it. Just like know your options and don't count stuff out for you. Don't count stuff out for you.
Because ultimately, the end goal is that by the end of labor, by the end of birth, that both mom and baby are healthy and taken care of.
Yeah.
And the doula, that is their objective too.
And they're with you the entire time. If I go into labor and I'm in there for 38 hours again, guess who's gonna be there right with me? Make sure I got on my pink. She got on her pink skirt. And we do that thing. Alasia. And it's a blessing. So, with all that said and done, that's my story. That is how I perceived my labor. There might be other people that was like, that's not how it happened, or whatever, but this is my story. And we are blessed to have beautiful baby Duncan. He is healthy, he is good, and I don't even want to think about what would happen if we didn't have him earlier, if I didn't go cry to that lady on the phone. So we're just blessed, and we hope that our story and what we're going through can help another mom, can help another family, can help another baby. And we just want to raise awareness that advocacy in healthcare is very, very, very important, no matter what you're going through. You have anything you want to add?
I'm good.
I think I answered. Yeah, I think I answered all the questions that we had about this topic that were coming through, like on Instagram and stuff like that. But if we didn't answer any questions that you had, make sure you comment them below, and we'll make sure to target them in the next video. As we go on maternity and paternity leave, we plan to make a lot more content. Now that we kind of have answers to some things, I think life will slow down for us a little bit, hopefully. I don't know. God is doing his big one, so I don't want to say a timeline on when you guys are going to have videos. As much as we'd love to do long-form videos every week, we work full-time, we are full-time parents, and we are still newlyweds, so we have to make time for ourselves. So, and of course, time for spending time with Jesus, spending time with the baby, all of the things. So, not to say you guys aren't as important, but we're trying to navigate it all.
When we get time, we'll make the time.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
Bye, family.
Bye.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Turn on that bell so you can get notifications for when we post videos.
Alright, now for real. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Love you.
Now, as many of you know, I have been carrying a bundle of joy and new life for 9 months now, and delivery time is here. With that being said, this will be my last show as I'm heading out for maternity leave. Now, this is not goodbye, of course, but it's I'll see you later. As our digital reporter Brendan Rodenberg would say, I'll BRB. But first, before parting ways this evening, I want to leave you with some wise words from Steve Harvey. Remember this, the #1 cause of failure in this country is the fear of failure. Fear paralyzes you from taking action.